Everyone is talking about Bradley Barcola. The price tag is putting everyone off. I want to know in the chat right now, if you're the sporting director, are you pulling the trigger on the 116 million for the 23-year-old they're looking at? Why? Liverpool are reportedly ready to break the transfer record, and is Barcola truly the one to lead Liverpool into the new era? Welcome to All Red TV, and I'm your host Aldo. As I said last night, the transfer window would be crazy, and it really, really is, because as I was finishing preparation for this tonight, at 5 o'clock, we had breaking transfer news, and it wasn't Liverpool related either. And the breaking transfer news was basically this. David Ornstein broke the news at 5 o'clock that Tottenham Hotspur have won the race to sign Mateus Fernandes from West Ham United, and Tottenham Hotspur have paid 85 million guaranteed for the 21-year-old West Ham midfielder. This is absolutely balmy. £85 million for a 21-year-old who got relegated with West Ham United. So, guys, what do you think? I said the transfer window would be crazy, and this tonight proves it to me. And this is what's happened since Manchester City paid 116 million for Elliot Anderson with no add-ons. The transfer window has been ruined for me tonight. But let's get back to what's been happening at Liverpool. And I've got a lot to go through tonight. So let's get into it, guys. So, Bradley Barcola, PSG have set an absolutely outrageous transfer fee of £116 million for Bradley Barcola. Now, my question to you guys is simply this. Are you paying it? Would you pay the 116 million? Because I certainly wouldn't. But the thing is, Liverpool are in a tricky situation now because we need a right winger. We need a left winger. But the transfer window has gone absolutely balmy. And Liverpool have got quite a few targets, and I've been looking at them all day since very, very early this morning. And I'm going to bring you right up to date with what's happening behind the scenes at Liverpool. There is a lot happening, guys. There's a lot we need to get into. But obviously, the name on everybody's lips since the Yandy and Mandy transfer collapse yesterday, and I don't know whether you guys have digested it or not. Do you think this transfer window is going to get any easier now for Liverpool? I don't think it is. I really don't. And I certainly don't think the Bradley Barcola transfer is going to be an easy one to get over the line. But here's my point, guys. PSG have come out and said today that Bradley Barcola is not for sale at any price. Yet then they go and slap an 116 million plus valuation on him. Now, before the World Cup started, he was actually valued at 70 million. So his valuation's gone up 55% since the World Cup started. But here's my question to you guys, and you can answer this one for me in the chat. There's a right. Paris Saint-Germain, are they doing what Red Bull Leipzig have done with Yandy Mandy? Are they raising the fee because they don't want to sell him to Liverpool? I think it's a genuine question and one which needs to be asked. I haven't got all the answers, I'll be absolutely honest with you. But I think Liverpool have been absolutely played here over a certain Yandy Mandy, who is looking like he's going out the World Cup to Norway. But Liverpool have got some serious business to do, and they need to move quick. And there are some new names who have come out as well today who we're looking at, and I'll get into it later on, guys. But let's sort this Bradley Barcola fiasco out. I want your opinions on it. I want your thoughts on it. Now, before I go any further, please hit the like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. So you don't miss anything, and you know exactly when we're going to go live, and you're going to get all the latest news, because it was still breaking late last night and in the early hours of the morning. So if you was the CEO of a Liverpool Football Club, would you trigger the 118 million? Would you pay it to get your number 2 targeting? And like I said on stream last night, just because you don't get your number 1 targeting doesn't mean that your transfer window is a failure. And we've proved that, haven't we, a number of times, especially with Mo Salah, for example, just for one example. But where do Liverpool go from here with the right wing situation? Because if you look at the players that we're targeting, and this, don't forget, guys, these people who we're targeting, they're to replace Mo Salah. So the drop off is tremendous. They're not going to be. You're not going to find another Mo Salah. So the drop off is huge. But are the players that we're targeting, are they good enough? And are they worth the money? No. It's not my money. I'm not spending it. So do I care? Yes, because it's my football club. Of course I care. I want Liverpool to pay the right price for the right player. But Liverpool will not get involved in a bidding war. We never have. We never will. No, let's not drag our feet here, and let's not beat about the bush. You know and I know certain of the clubs in the Premier League in the top 6 will be circling around the targets we're after. So Liverpool, if it comes to a bidding war, Liverpool will walk away. They won't get involved. So how would you feel about it then? The squad's paper thin as it is. So where do we go with Bradley Barcola? And he's adamant he's not going to sign a new contract. He's made it quite clear to PSG he doesn't want to stay. So if he doesn't want to stay, and PSG are coming out and saying he's not for sale, then why today have they come out and said they want 116 million plus? It doesn't add up. Whichever way you slice it, it simply does not add up. I think he is for sale, but they're trying to squeeze Liverpool for every single penny they can. And at the end of the day, his valuation before this World Cup tournament started, because I've read up on him today, I've looked at everything, his valuation was 70 million. Okay, so I'd offer him 80. Take it or leave it. 80 million, it's fine. So I think that'd be a fair price for Barcola. Let me know what you think, guys. And another midfielder we're looking at as well, who's in the World Cup for Morocco, Mr. Bouhaddi. Right, now before the World Cup started, his price was 55 million euros. Now they're asking 80 million euros. But if you want an immediate sale, you want 100 million. Can you see what's happening since Anderson signed for City from Forest? So every single transfer Liverpool are looking at now, you're looking at 80 million starting price. And the thing is, the hardest thing about this is how many good right wingers are there out there? Real top class right wingers. How many are there out there? So I think Liverpool have had a kick in the nuts here, and we're suffering for it now. But we've got to wait and see what happens. We've got to be patient, but we've got to grow up our bollocks, or Richard Hughes has, and not be basically taken for a ride, because I certainly wouldn't. So, and the people that we're looking at, guys, because I've got screenshots for them of them for you today as well. So this is who we're looking at Bouhaddi from Morocco. Now I said last night on stream, get him in straight away. Get him in first and then address the right wing. Now, the right wing's a priority. Now, Bouhaddi, who I'm talking about now, they want 80 million for him, and like I've just said, if they want an instant sale, they want 100 million. Now, the clubs that are circling, besides Liverpool, are Man City, Man United, Arsenal, Bayern Munich, and Real Madrid. Besides us. So all those clubs are after Bouhaddi. Now, do you honestly see Liverpool going into a bidding war for him? Because I don't. I think Liverpool will walk away. So where do they turn to then? But I think it's going to be one in, one out. And the one in, one out is the two players who we spoke about last night at the end of the stream, which I'll come to again later on in this. So that's the situation with Boadi, right? Now the other guys we're looking at is Said El Mala. His price is 45 million, right? Then you've got Mateus Fernandez Pardo. His value is 35 million. Then you've got Yakubu Minter from Brighton. His value is 45 million. So can you see the drop in price here? So the price has dropped, of course it has, but so has the quality of the player. Now, for me personally, I'm not interested how much the transfer fee is and how much we've got to pay. What I'm interested in is he good enough to play for Liverpool Football Club? Is he good enough to wear that red shirt? Can he handle the pressure of pulling that shirt on and playing home and away, representing you, representing that club, and going hell for leather for all the major honours, particularly the Premier League and the Champions League, which is Liverpool's big main too. So, can you see what's happening here? The more the higher you pay, it's like the Russians say, the price is the price. You don't pay the price, you don't get what you want. But can you see how we're being shafted? But it's not only Liverpool, it's happening to every football club. Right? So, what do you think, guys? What are your thoughts on it now? On what I've just told you? On the players who I've just named, right? Yakubu, right? From Brighton. Said El Mala, right? The other guy, Fernandez. Yeah. Bradley Barcola, Boadi. What's your thoughts on those prices? Would you pay them? Where do you say enough's enough? Where do you draw the line? Personally, I don't think anybody is worth 100 million. I'd still sign Adam Wharton, but I wouldn't pay 100 million for him. I'd pay 80 maximum. So Liverpool have got a lot of money, and a lot of people don't realise that we still got the Coutinho money still in the bank. We've never touched it, so it's still there, still sitting there. Right? People think we signed Alisson and Van Dijk with it. No, we didn't. It's still there. It's been untouched. Right? So there's another guy we're targeting as well, and I've been doing some research on him today. He's played tonight for Norway. Right? He plays for Benfica. He's 23-year-old. He's a left winger. Now his valuation is 40 million euros. Now he had a great season for Benfica last year, and his name is Andreas Schnellup. He's 23, plays on the left wing. Right? He scored 10 goals and 7 assists in 43 games. So he had a pretty decent campaign for Benfica last year. Now Liverpool are looking at him. There's also another midfielder we're looking at now. And all the top journals are raving about this guy. He's only young. He's 21. Right? He's extremely young. He plays for Stuttgart. And his name's Chama Andreas. He's 21. Now they're calling him the baby Fabinho, because he's got a lot of similarities and attributes to Mr. Fabinho we had at Liverpool, the Brazilian. He's very strong, he's very physical, and he's extremely good on the ball. Now, you're looking at what? For him, you're looking at between probably 40 to 45 million. So, all these people who think that Liverpool are not doing anything and we're not, or the wheels aren't moving, and why have we not signed anybody, and we're all panicking. Things are moving, and we are doing the groundwork, that's for sure. Because another one today, this is coming out of Spain. This is coming out of Spain, right? Because of George Mendes. Now, Joe Gomez, who plays for Wolves, he's been linked with a move to Liverpool today. Now, apparently, Joe Gomez has said he wants the move. He wants to go to Liverpool. Now, his transfer fee is between 40 and 45 million. Now, Would you be happy in paying that for Gomez, considering that you've not got Diamande through, who's your top target? Yeah, the price is a lot lower, but he's quality, and he'll do a job in the Premier League. So basically, it's not about what you're paying, it's about the quality of the player and what can they bring to the side. And are they going to make you a serious threat? This is what it's all about now. Liverpool have got to buy the right calibre of player, but they've got to move very, very quick. So my question to you is this, guys. Do you feel that Liverpool are reacting too slow? Do you feel that they're not moving fast enough? And do you trust Richard Hughes now and Michael Edwards, knowing that after this summer transfer window, Richard Hughes is going to be leaving? Because it's well documented. You know, so, I mean, yes, the World Cup's on, and we've got a few players away in America at the minute, and there is some good news, you know, from a footballing point of view. Depends how you look at it. Germany went out last night. Holland went out last night. So, Florian Wirtz, he'll be on his way home. Virgil van Dijk, Cody Gakpo, they'll be on the way home. So when we go on pre-season to America, won't be the first game, the first two games we play, but they will take part during that pre-season because they're at the World Cup now. So they'll go on holiday, we'll get the rest, and you will see them playing pre-season, which is great news because that's what we want. Because it's only, 25 days away before we actually get underway. So it's crazy. So my question to you is, guys, who should Liverpool go and sign now? Do you think Liverpool put all their eggs in one basket for Diamande and they've come up short again? I don't think we have. I didn't believe for 1 second we were getting that guy over the line. Not for 1 second. Red Bull Leipzig had no intention of selling him to Liverpool Football Club. And this is the same with PSG now. But Bouadi, who we've been linked with, who everybody's after, the young kid who plays for Morocco, guess who his first choice club is? Paris Saint-Germain. What a surprise. Everybody wants to go to PSG. They're the reigning champions of Europe back to back, so why wouldn't you? But you're going to play in the Farmers League. You're going to be tested. Go and play in the English Premier League. Best league in the world. It's the fastest. You're not playing in the Farmers League in Germany and in Holland. You know, so the Eredivisie is horrendous. Spanish league's no better, La Liga. So you come where the best teams are and the best players are, and you get tested week in, week out for 38 weeks. So I think Liverpool have got some serious work to do, a lot of work to do. I've seen the other fan channels, and they're annoyed. They really are. They're frustrated. But it doesn't do you any good getting frustrated and annoyed. Do your research, read up on it, and see what you think. Now, I don't agree with David Ornstein. I know he's broke the news regarding Barcola and PSG with the 116 million. Now, I don't agree with him on this one because he was wrong about the Florian Wirtz transfer. He was wrong on that, and he was wrong on the Isak one. So, as good as David Ornstein is, and I'm not slating him because he is very reputable, but he's not right all the time, and I think he's going to be wrong on Barcola. But my only concern is, and this is a genuine concern for me as a Liverpool fan, Arsenal, they're going to offload quite a few of their players, that's for sure, right? And if Arsenal come in for Barcola and it's a bidding war, Liverpool will walk away. And I've just got a funny feeling in my gut, at the bottom of my gut, I can see him playing for Arsenal over Liverpool. That would disappoint me, that. But how would you feel about it if he was playing for them instead of us? Because I think we're better than that. And I think we deserve more. So I'm not panicking, but I'd be fed up if we didn't get him. I mean, the young guy from Lille as well, who I mentioned earlier on, Said El Meyer. decent player, but it's about the price. Now, Yakubu Minter from Brighton, is he good enough to take Mo Salah's place? It's a step. Whoever comes in, it's a step down. Let's be honest, guys, because you know what Liverpool fans will do. The ones that go to Anfield on a match day. Whoever takes that position up, they'll be sat there and the game will be underway, and they'll say, "No, a patch on Salah." Now, while I've just mentioned his name, I read something today, and it was very interesting. I'm going to bring it up because I want your thoughts on it. And it was this. Now, apparently, this broke last night from Indy Carrier. Sources at Liverpool believe it's pride from certain officials that are blocking Mo Salah returning to the club on a one-year contract. So, just digest that for a second, guys, and let me know what you think. I'll leave it there for a second so you can see it. Now then, what are your thoughts on that? Would you take Mo Salah back at Liverpool? I wouldn't, personally. I wouldn't. I think we've seen the best of Mo Salah, and I wouldn't want him to come back and taint his legacy and what he's done. So I'm going to take that one with what I've just read out there to you with a pinch of salt. But I honestly think Liverpool have got a battle on their hands now to fill this right wing spot. It's not going to be easy. Let's not kid ourselves. And I've still not found a solution to the question I asked you last night. Who do you think of a striker? Still not been able to think of one. But I'm worried about the right wing bit, yeah, because it's about finding somebody who's basically going to give that right flank and whoever's on there, whoever's facing that winger, an absolute torrid time and a nightmare. I mentioned one last night, plays for Holland, Somerville. I wouldn't turn my nose up at him. I think it's one in, one out in midfield. I think Curtis Jones will leave. I think Harvey Elliott will go. And I think it's well documented now, and it has been for probably last 6 or 7 months. Federico Chiesa is going to leave. So when you look at, if you go through Liverpool's squad, player for player, who's going to be there and who's going to be and who's not, look how much work Liverpool have got to do. Look at the players they've got to replace and how much it's going to cost. I said 2 weeks ago on stream we need a minimum of 10 players, and I'm still not changing my mind on that. And I don't think I'll be far short. But we're not going to do it in this transfer window. I think if we sign 5, we've had a great transfer window. If we bring 5 players in, left wing, right wing, midfield, and hopefully up front, I still think we need a centre back. If we sign 5 players, we've had a good transfer window. But it's going to take another transfer window before Iraiola's got his squad how he wants it. So let's not kid ourselves here, guys. Liverpool are paper thin, and the squad is not. The depth isn't good enough. It's not. And who do you blame for that? Do you blame Richard Hughes? Do you blame Michael Edwards? Or do you blame Arne Slot? Now, obviously, yes, there's a huge tournament going on, and I watched my team, who I follow, last night, and they got knocked out. Germany, they were a disgrace. They were an absolute disgrace. And what's happened today? The former Liverpool manager has been linked with the job, and he's actually come out and said that if the DFB, which is the Deutschland Fußballbund, if they approach him, he'll take the job. No other than Jurgen Klopp. Now, I called that 2 years ago when he said he was leaving Liverpool. I said the next job he'll take will be Germany, and I'm sticking by it. And that was 2 years ago. Nearly what's happening. So it's not often I'm wrong. and what I do say normally comes right. So I hope we get Barcola in. I hope we get Boade. I hope we get Adam Wharton. Man United are after Alex Scott. They're circling round him now because Fernandes has gone to Spurs. So that's another target they've lost. So can you see whatever club, whatever players they're going for, it can be Man United, it can be Arsenal, City, whatever, Spurs, whoever, whatever club, whatever business they do, it's going to have a knock-on effect to Liverpool. No two ways about it. It is going to affect the business we can do and who we bring in. This is why we've got to be quicker than everybody else. They've done all the data. They've got all the data they need. They've done all the background work. So the clubs are being arsey, who we're negotiating with. They're taking the piss. They're asking for more than what the players are worth, probably double. So, and I asked you the question last night: Would you sell Curtis Jones for £40 million? And would you sell Harvey Elliott for 35? That's 75 million there. You can go and sign Adam Wharton with that. Or you could use Harvey Elliott as a bargaining chip for Adam Wharton. Pay him 40 million plus Harvey Elliott. That's 75 million there. So, but let's not kid ourselves. Liverpool have got the money. Look how much they've saved on wages with Mo Salah leaving. He was on 400k a week. Mo Salah was on 450 grand a week. So that's a huge chunk of money they're saving. Andy Robertson, he's gone. So yeah, Liverpool have got plenty of money, and they've already promised the manager who's in now, he will have a nice wedge to spend. It might not be what Ernie Slot got, but they're not gonna leave him short. They're gonna back him. Let's put it that way. So I've asked you the question: who do Liverpool sign first? And let's be honest. Would you spend 116 million on Bradley Barcola? Every channel is asking it. They're all talking about it. They're talking about it now. Every journal's asking it. Fabrizio Romano is still saying he's leaving PSG. He's not changed his mind in 2 months. He's adamant he's going. Well, where does he go? He's convinced he's going to Liverpool. And I've said for the last 2 streams, he knows something we don't. So, because I'm only relaying to you guys what I research and I read, I don't believe everything. But if it's clever, there's only 5 journalists I follow, and if they're saying it, there's something in it. And if there's something in it, I'm going to tell you guys, because you guys deserve to know more than me. So, and it's like I said last night, I ain't doing this for me. There's plenty of other things I could be doing. I'm doing this for you guys because you Reds, you want to know who's coming in, when they're coming in, how much we're paying, what number they're wearing, right? What the stats are, how many goals did they score, what's his average rating, right? Statistics don't mean nothing to me. It's about performances. As soon as he pulls that red shirt on and walks across that whitewash, that's all that counts to me. Not bothered him assists or anything like that. If he scores, great, but not bothered him assists, So, I mean, look, just moving on from transfers for a second, right? You can see it online. If you go on the club's website, liverpoolfc.com, they've done the survey, and over the last month or so, they've released, they do it every couple of years, the top 100 players in Liverpool's history. Right? I filled it in, I've done mine. Ray Clements was number 13. I'm just picking one off top, what's come out today. Number 13, Ray Clements. Okay, so here's my question to you then, because obviously I don't know, we get different age groups watching this, right? But I think the guys what have the survey, what they've done, and how it's going, I think everybody, the players that are coming out in the top 10 here, the people who have voted are all from the 90s onwards. Right? Ray Clement's number 13. Let's be honest, guys. A lot of people may not have seen him play. I did. He's the greatest goalkeeper England's ever had. He's better than Alison Becker. Now, a lot of people will disagree with that, and that's okay, because it's your opinion, you're entitled to it. But if you're asking me who's the greatest goalkeeper Liverpool have ever had, and should be in the top 10, it's Ray Clement, not Alison Becker. You know, so the greatest player Liverpool have ever had, in my opinion, there's only one, Kenny Dalglish. Not Mo Salah, not Steven Gerrard. I've got an opinion on Steven Gerrard, and if I told you that, you'd probably never watch me again. But it's just my opinion on him, because I've met the guy, and he's not what you think he is. Simple as that. Steven Gerrard's a very nice man when the cameras are rolling. He's on TV. Comes across fantastic, doesn't he? Liverpool legend, no doubt about that. Great player. Carried the team for what? 10 years on his own easily. When the cameras are not there, you see what he's like. I have. He's terrible. He's rude. He's ignorant. And he won't sign anything. And also that came from another former player. God rest his soul. He passed away 2 years ago. A good friend of mine, David Johnson, used to play for us and Everton and Ipswich in England. David Johnson said to me, I was in his house having a cup of coffee with him, and he said to me, Steven Gerrard won't sign anything. If cameras are there, he will, because he's got this image and he doesn't want people tainting it. But if the cameras are not there, Craig, he won't speak to you, he won't sign nothing. He's rude, he's arrogant, and he's no time for the fans. So all that about Liverpool's my club and all that garbage, it's a load of bollocks. That's Steven Gerrard for you. He doesn't care. And then you've got other guys who do. Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones, Virgil van Dijk, Diogo Jota when he was here, James Milner, Jordan Henderson, all top lads, and they'll go out the way for you. Doesn't cost anything to be nice, and it doesn't cost anything but say, thank you for your support. Oh, can you just sign this for me? That's what it's all about. If you're a young kid and you meet your hero, they always say, and I've gone through this myself, and it's true. They always say, never meet your heroes because they never live up to what you think. And I've met a few of mine, and I can honestly say there's only ever two people who are my heroes, and they've lived up to the expectations. One was a footballer, and one was a snooker player. And the footballer is on the wall behind me, and I mention him every stream. Why? Because he deserves it, and I want to keep his memory alive. Emlyn Hughes. Met him 4 times. One of the greatest inspirations in my life after my own dad. And the other guy who never let me down was Steve Davis. Wonderful man, great personality, very, very funny, very, very dry. But I've the patience of a saint. Same as Jurgen Klopp when I met Jurgen and Virgil. But get back to the transfer stuff. Liverpool, we're on to something big. We're on to something good. There's a change of the guard at Liverpool, and they've got to get it right. We can't wait and let other clubs step in first. We've already been hoodwinked. So how much are we going to spend? I think we'll spend 300 million. It's about getting the first domino to fall. Once we get that first player in, and I'm not talking about Victor Munez, who we've just signed, the young lad from Osasuna, I'm not talking about him. Once we get the first major target in, then it'll snowball, I think. That's what I believe. I think it'll snowball. But the million-dollar question is Bradley Barcola going to be the first signing under Iraola? Do you, as a fan, out there watching this, do you honestly believe Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes will get that transfer done? Or will the same thing happen as what happened 48 hours ago? They'll do another 6 weeks work on Barcola, talks, and everything else, and then won't get it done. What's your gut instinct? What do you think? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Because at the end of the day, it's your channel. It's not mine. It's your channel. I just host it. It's your channel. Let me know in the comments. Are we going to get Barcola in? Are we going to get Adam Wharton? Are we going to sign Boadi? Is Cody Gakpo going to go to Spurs? Because they're splashing big. They proved it tonight. Another 85 million out the coffers. So if we sell, and I've said it before, I said it last night on stream, and I'll say it again. If we sell Cody Gakpo for 70 million, and we shouldn't sell anything for anything less than that. If we sell Gakpo, Barcola comes in. It's as simple as that. You can't sell Gakpo and not bring in Barcola. We didn't really replace Luis Diaz, did we? Gakpo didn't replace Diaz. So can you see where I'm going here? Can you see the pattern? It's the same thing, isn't it? Jurgen didn't get everybody he wanted straight away, did he? He didn't get his top targets. And people forget when Jurgen came in, I've got a miniature of him over there. When Jurgen came in, he didn't win nothing for 4 years. We were trophyless for 4 seasons. And then we had 5 years of glory under Jurgen Klopp. So it does take time. And he's actually come out and said regarding the new manager, these were Jurgen's words, not mine. He's actually come out and said that change is good, and when change happens, people need to be patient because it takes time. But it'll come good, and Liverpool will get it right. I think my gut instinct is, I think when they sacked Arne Slot, I think they'd already spoken to Jurgen Klopp and asked him who they should appoint as the next manager. And I think he told them straight off, honest opinion. I think he told them at Iola, and that's what happened. They sacked Arne Slot. And we know what's happened since, but Arne Slot should have gone last November after we lost to PSV and Nottingham Forest. That's when the change should have been made. They left it too late. The damage had been done. But, I mean, the transfer window, the wheels are turning, the machine's churning all the time. Why I'm doing this, things will be changing. I've not checked my phone because it's rude, but I'll be checking it later on for updates. So, yeah, I'll be checking what's happening on the Liverpool front. Has there been any change? And if there is, I'll bring it to you. Because that's what this is about. And then when pre-season starts, we'll be doing streams again. And then when the season's underway, all the lads will be back because obviously they're on holiday, they've got families and things. So when the season's underway, we'll have a pre-match stream and we'll have a post-match stream. So you'll be getting 2. You'll get one the day before, and then we normally do one after the game. The reaction. Now some of the lads, depending on the result and who we've played and what mood they're in, sometimes they don't want to do it because they're too depressed. They're too down. But I've been there and done all that. Doesn't bother me now. Yeah, we get beat, I'm disappointed, but I don't let it affect me now. I'll just come on here and I'll do my thing and say what I think. So I say what I think about the players, the manager, whatever it may be. I don't hold back, I tell the truth. Because that's what you want. You don't want it wrapping up in cotton wool. You want the truth, that's what fan channels are for. But some of them don't do it. There's only a couple what do. And the couple of ones what do, this channel's new. It's less than it's a year old best. So I'm a long way behind the other guys. I'm still catching up. other guys tell the truth. And the biggest one, from a Liverpool standpoint, is in Ireland. Anfield Agenda. That's the biggest Liverpool fan channel. Have you watched him? Have you listened to him? I have. I don't agree with everything Craig says, and he's got the same name as me. I agree with a lot of things he says because he's passionate and he's controversial. And that's what all this is about. Tell the truth, tell the fans what they want, tell them what they want to hear, but the fans have got to give something back. You've got to give us the content you want to hear. You tell me what you want me to talk about. You pick the topic for the next stream. Okay, so there's your challenge for tomorrow night. Now, drop it in the comments, get it in, give me enough time, because obviously it takes a lot of time to do this. Let me know what you want to talk about tomorrow night, and we'll do it on stream. And you'll get the credit, not me. So whatever topic you want me to discuss, it could be a transfer target we're looking at. It could be a Liverpool player we're leaving, what's leaving. It could be the manager. It could be a former player. Anything. You decide what you want me to talk about. So, give you an example. All right. Would you be happy? Would you guys be happy out there watching this if next season Liverpool keep Curtis Jones? Now, Curtis Jones has not signed a new contract at Liverpool since 2022. He's not had a pay rise. Right? Now, he's one of the lowest paid players at Liverpool. And he's a local lad, we know that. Right? Now, some of the lads in the squad are on 3 or 4 times what Curtis Jones is on. So, would you be happy if Curtis Jones stayed at Liverpool next year, played all season, and then in the summer left for a free? And then you'll be saying, we should have sold him. Why didn't we sell him? At the moment, the chime is, no, he's too good for to be sold. We can't sell him, we need to keep him. But what if he leaves on a free transfer next year? You're going to be pissed off again, aren't you? We could have got 40 million for him. Now he's gone on a free. See my point? You can't have it both ways. You either sell him, right, or if he stays, he's walking for nothing. So, which is it going to be? I know what I'd do. If Forrest could offer 40 million, I'll drive him there myself. See you, Curtis. 40 million in the club coffers. Right, it's going to Sam Adam Wharton. That's what I'd do. I wouldn't piss about because I'm sick of players leaving for nothing. And especially when what they've been paid by the club. Millionaire lifestyle. See you, go for nothing. Pick another, 30, 40, 50 grand a week up. That's what it's about. So, you guys out there, you decide what the topic is tomorrow night. Instead of me. That's the challenge. It's not a difficult one. It's an honest question. You tell me what you want me to talk about. What do you want us to discuss? It can be anything regarding Liverpool FC. Anything. Drop it in the comments and I'll do my research on it tonight because I'm up all night watching the football. So, because I'm going to wrap up now because I've been 40 minutes again. Should have only been half an hour of this. See what happens when you love what you do and you get carried away. Right? So, drop it in the comments what you want me to talk about tomorrow and I will do my research on it. And when I go live at 8 o'clock, the person who's given me the topic will get the credit. Simple as that. It's not too much to ask. So, I'll leave you with that for now. Thanks for watching tonight. I've really enjoyed it again. We've got a lot of news there on the transfer front. Have a look at, watch it back. Have a look at who we're talking about. And let me know who you think we should sign first. Will Barcola come in? Or is this just another load of smoke? Nobody knows, do they? Apart from Mr. Fabrizio Romano. That guy's got his finger on the pulse. He knows more than what he's letting on. And if he says it's happening, I believe believe in more than others. But thanks for watching, guys. It's been wonderful again. Have a great evening, whatever you're doing. And like I say always, look after yourselves and take care. Hit the like and subscribe button, right? Let's get past this 300 barrier now, right? That needle isn't moving, so let's get it moving. It's moving on TikTok, needs to be moving on here now, right? Good enough to do that, and that's your way of thanking me. So for myself, Aldo, thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and I'll see you tomorrow night. And I'll be looking forward to see what comes in on the comments and what the topic is and what I'm going to have to research. So that's going to be something to do. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now, guys.